Okay, question 6. The table shows the percentage of the population of Sri Lanka who follow each of 4 religions. We've got Buddhism, we've got Hinduism, we've got Islam and Christianity. Okay, and these are the percentages of the population. Now, what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm just going to check that these do add up to 100%, because obviously there could be other religions other things, you know, there could be Mormons or whatever, this doesn't necessarily have to add up, or people with no religion, you know, so these don't have to necessarily add up to 100%. So I'm just going to double check that, make sure that they do. So let's have a look. We've got 15, 23, 30, so that's 0 carry 3, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100. Okay. So that's good. It says, write 16% as a fraction. Give your fraction in its simplest form. Now, this is nothing to do with the table at all, is it? It's just saying, you know, what is 16% as a fraction? Okay, well, you should know that a percentage is out of 100. So we can write 16% as 16 out of 100. Okay, now it says here, give your fraction in its simplest form. So I need to cancel this down as much as I can. Okay, so I can divide by, let's divide by 4, shall we? So I'm going to, I know that 4 will go into both of these numbers. You could have said, you could have used 2, but the bigger the better, really. So let's see, 16 divided by 4 is 4, okay, and 100 divided by 4 is 25, okay. And I can see that I can't actually cancel that down any further, so we've got that as 4 over 25, 4/25. Okay. Next one is write 7% as a decimal. Write 7% as a decimal. Okay, well again, 7% means 7 out of 100. Okay. So you could either do that on your calculator by doing using your fraction button, or doing a division, 7 divided by 100, because that's what that means, isn't it? That line can be thought of as divide. Or you can simply realise that 7 hundredths, these are hundredths here, aren't they? Yeah, these are tenths, these are hundredths, so 7 hundredths will look like that as a decimal. We don't need a calculator really for that one, do we? That's very easy. So 0.07. Okay. What percentage of the population does not follow Buddhism? Okay, we've got a few ways to do this. We know that these all add up to 100%, don't we? Okay. We can either say, well, if 69% are Buddhists, okay, and obviously this is all 100%, then we just do 100, take away 69, okay, which would be 31%. Okay, yeah? Or you could just have added those up, because those are the ones who aren't Buddhists, and that would come to 31% as well. Alright, next one. The population of Sri Lanka is 21 million. Work out 16% of 21 million. Give your answer correct to the nearest million. Now, that is very important. Okay, give your answer correct to the nearest million. If you don't, you will lose marks. Okay, so let's have a look. 16% of 21 million. Right. Well, let's think of it as a fraction. 16% is 16 out of 100, isn't it? So if we write that, 16 out of 100, and then we could say, okay, well then we times that by 21. Okay, that would be one way of doing it. Okay, and what do we get there? Okay, so I get 3.36. Okay, now another way to do it would have been to find out what 1% is. So to find out what 1% is, you could do 21 divided by 100, couldn't you? Okay, to find 1% of anything, we divide by 100. And that would give you 0.21, and then times that by 16. You know, this is 1%, we're trying to find 16. That will give you the same thing. Okay? Or you can just realise that, you know, 16% as a decimal is 0.16. So you could just times that by 21, and that would give you 3.36. So there's 3 different ways there. Okay, there are probably many more. Now this says, now going back to this, it says give your answer correct to the nearest million. Million. Okay. Well, these are millions because this is 3.36 million. So these are millions here. Okay. Do we round up? Let's have a look. So this is a 3. Okay. No, we would leave it as 3 million. So to the nearest million, it's 3. Okay. And that's the end of question 6. On to the next video.